This is Vishnu Jampala, and I'm a small business owner in the IT consulting industry in Farmington Hills. The Small Business Administration in the United States of America defines small disadvantaged business as any business that operates in the computer consulting industry with a revenue of less than $27.5 million. The small businesses, the IT consulting companies, primarily in Michigan, are concentrated in Troy and Farmington Hills. And majority of these people who you see here are from Troy and Farmington Hills. During my school, my business advisor told me, he always said the first principle that you need to be doing in business is always associate yourselves with people who are smarter than you. That's when you'll do great business. And I personally, have seen many of you in cultural events. I've seen you in family gatherings. I've seen you in get-togethers locally. But we never had the opportunity to talk about IT consulting. We never had the opportunity to discuss about new ideas. We never had the opportunity about growth. What should we do? We never had the opportunity to talk about our concerns. So, as a small business owner and a group of our friends, a group of the community, we got together and we decided, let's take this forward. Let's move our business to the next level. Let's move and try to be like Mr. Guruswami Garu, who I met through this channel. And I recently met him, Technosoft, he's the next speaker. He's a multi-million-dollar businessman in the IT consulting industry. Varchasvi Shankar Garu from V2Soft, please come onto the stage so that we can all share the dais. Daya Adaba, please, wherever you are, please come on. Mr. Babu Vatlamudi, Venkatesh Babu Vatlamudi, Kishore Taluri, please come on to the stage. Mr. Mohan Karjela, please sir, please come on to the stage. Mr. Sunil Marri Garu, please come on to the stage. Mr. Sudhakar Katragada Garu, please come on to the stage. Mr. Srinivas Sajja Garu, Sunil Pantra, he's very, very instrumental in coordinating the whole event, and thanks to him. Mr. Srinivas Gogirini Garu, please come on to the stage. Mr. Sagar Maram Reddy Garu, please, our advisory director, please come on to the stage. Rao Nalmothu Garu, please, or his representative, please come on to the stage. If Guru Garu is there, please, you can come on to the stage wherever you are. Mr. Kashi Reddy Garu, Mr. Praveen Marpuri Garu, please come on to the stage. And Guru Garu, please. And then Mr. Victor Naidu Garu, please come on to the stage. Mr. Niranjan Garu, please come on to the stage. Niranjan Sringavar Garu, you're also an advisory director, so please come on to the stage. And I'd like to pass on the mic to Mr. Vinod Kukunur Garu. He's our chapter president. He'll lead us forward. We'll go to the next level. And as a part of our team, I'm very excited actually to be working with this group.
As the guy has an experience, you get an evaluation, you apply H1B, he's approved, you just get a label, you put them there. But the OPT, they are saying that you need to have a playbook, you need to have a guidelines, you need to have a training program, you need to have a salary, you need to appoint, terminate all those letters, inform the schools. There's so many guidelines. On top of that, they are saying that now there will be site visits and there will be audits. Guess what? What's going to happen? And we know that it's over multi-billion-dollar educational business, and they are encouraging students to come over here, and now they are putting these policies. Who's going to help them? So one of those type of challenges are coming day in, day out. And another challenge is coming to our type of consulting businesses The technology is growing. It's no longer going to be multi-phased or more human resource hiring type of a situation. It is going to be low.
I would be here giving an introduction about Tech Alliance and our objectives, goals, and our processes and our business principles. And before I give an introduction, in regard of Tech Alliance, some would question there are organizations which are in similar mode or which serve some of the similar purpose what Tech Alliance pursue to do and what is the difference. So I would like to explain the difference is DNA. D stands for doing it right, doing it great, doing it better, and Detroit, our first kickoff city. That's what T would stand for. And N stands for novelty, new, next. A stands for affection, association, and a strong bonding association of all the members. So the difference is in our DNA, and that's what sets us apart, and that would what set Tech Alliance apart from some of the organizations which are in a similar model of association of IT consulting companies. Going to the figures, the IT consulting companies are a foundation to a wide range of industries which include automotive, healthcare, banking, finance, and insurance. The temporary staffing is estimated to reach a record industry size of 121 billion.
I'd like to request Mr. Katragada Krishna Prasad. It's a website launch event. So there is for Tech Alliance, there is a new website they have developed, and I'm sure most of you may have seen. So Mr. Krishna Prasad Katragada. And I also would like to invite the Detroit chapter and the national team members also to be present here while this website launch is going on. Thank you. And Ms. Christine, please, we would like you to raise the occasion of the website launch as well. And Dr. Anil Kumar, you're here. It is techalliance.biz, so please visit and enroll yourself and encourage other companies to enroll here as well. So thank you, Mr. Krishna Prasad Katragada. So now let's hear a few words from him.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you for inviting me to speak here. And I don't have much words to say, but I want to congratulate all of you. Without your initiatives, you guys are all doing a fantastic job. You started a company, it's not easy, and I know how it is when I started.
Thank you so much and good evening. This is very inspiring listening to the speakers. I did not touch a computer until I was 20 years old. I was in college and I was majoring in American Studies, and I had a roommate who got an internship with IBM. And she loved it, and I thought, that sounds like a great idea for a job. And so I added a second major of computer applications, this was in 1983. So there weren't a whole lot of women in that field at the time, but I immediately loved it. Even though it was Fortran and COBOL, I just really enjoyed technology. I enjoyed solving problems. So I was very fortunate to be hired by Andersen Consulting, or Accenture, and worked there about 7 years and got to travel through the country putting in payroll and HR systems. So when I was looking at CEPL, did I say that correctly? This is exactly what I was doing. I ended up becoming a PeopleSoft expert in the end, and I started when I was working with Andersen Consulting, I was the human resource payroll application software specialist for the whole firm. And so I would travel around to startup companies and talk to them about their functionality, their technology. Again, remember, this is back in the 80s. And PeopleSoft was an up-and-coming company at that time. There were only 3 employees. And so I got to see the very start of the technology company that actually now is owned by Oracle Corporation. But I just always felt that that was so exciting to be in technology, especially technology that supported business. So to be able to use those tools to attract and retain employees and to find ways to support the development of those employees with their skills, like maintaining competencies, doing your compliance reporting, just really helping the employees move on to the next level. And also, because what we saw, one of our clients was Domino's Pizza. So every day we had a sales recap, a metric report that was produced. And one of the key metrics of that corporation was employee turnover. And so we worked very hard on using our technology to be able to track that for them and show them how as turnover, turnover went down, sales went up.
And he told me it's request for evidence, what it is. Whether we'll get the H1 or not, we don't know. Finally we got the H1. 2001, there is another thing from DOL, an audit of your company. We did not understand. There's no one to help. And no one knows what it is. We are under impression that what it is, what the INS will do and everything. Finally they came and it's solved. What I am here to tell is, from the beginning, problems are coming and they will solve on their own. And we guys, all the people who are gathered here are entrepreneurs who can solve the problems more effectively than anyone in this country. That's what I really feel, because each and every problem that any consulting firm came up with, it automatically got solutions. The OPT problem, what we are telling now, or H1 amendments, all these things have solutions, and it's just put your effort in finding the solution. That's the only thing we can come up with. And thanks everyone. This type of alliance will definitely help and give more opportunities. And all I want is, in this business, because we are all relying directly on employees, treat your employee as God, and that's the secret of success. Thank you.
I'd like to wish Tech Alliance a great deal of success and luck in the future. It's definitely a great concept, and there's always strength in numbers. And with 100 members right now in Michigan, we only know how many more members are going to be formed throughout the United States. So hopefully you reach the 1,000 mark very, very quickly. Best of luck.